Profit and Growth segment
Dun,
here
dun, dun.
on WDRB, where we give you food for thought, food for mind, food for tummy, food for breathing.
Food for breathing?
Yeah, food for breathing.
Food for breathing.
Yes, because if you
Have
eat the
breath.
right-
Have breath will for food.
fruits and vegetables will help you breathe better.
They turn
Yeah.
into carbon dioxide. They don't have to be
See?
processed with the rest of your body. So usually they're better for breathing.
Thought it just turned into poo, but okay.
Yours does. The rest of ours. Exactly. There is a difference. We have the breathing coach
Yes.
here, and he knows because he's an expert
Turbo oxygen.
when it comes to breathing. And then Nikki LU is here with us as well.
As a special guest. Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl.
And she breathes also.
And I
So-
snore, so
Ooh, you snore.
yeah.
Most women won't admit that,
Well,
especially to the world,
hey,
because
you know,
that's going to decrease
I'm
your
not ashamed, so.
eligibility of.
It's like you might as well
You
know
know.
what you're getting.
you might as well know what you're getting into. So
Because they're going to find out anyway.
They gonna find out anyway.
Unless you put them to sleep first.
You know I do my thing. Look, the oxygen coach is not playing. I find that funny.
He was like, I'm not getting into that.
Right.
I keep my boudoir stories to myself.
Right.
Hey, Mike White, we're so glad to have you here again. It's always an educational experience and entertaining whenever you come in. Last time you was with us, we got to sing some old show tunes as we talked about breathing and expanding the lungs and musical notes.
Yes, we did. We certainly did.
And this time he brought toys with him.
He did.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Not the kind of toys you're used to, though.
Yeah.
So
Big wheels.
So you want
Pogo
to
sticks.
expand my repertoire of toys. I'm into experimentation. So if
really?
you'd like me to experiment with additional toys, test them out.
These are
you
toys
know.
for sleep.
Oh, okay.
For sleep.
Toys for sleep.
Okay.
Some of them work, and some of them don't. I got a big box full of stuff that I bought to look into to see if I think that's going to help. And the majority of them, they're just kind of neat ways to get your money. There's a few of them that are like rock solid. Yeah, okay, they can help. And so I bought a few of them here and a few things that you shouldn't get. And then there's a whole big list of this little booklet that you get with a breathing kit that has a lot of really good ones. So.
Okay. So before we get into the sleep, just for those that have been snoozing on the breath coach, can you give our listeners just a quick synopsis of who you are and what you specialize in?
Been studying breathing since 1975, about when I wanted to get my singing voice back. And it took the better part of 20 years to get the inkling of that, because I had a lot of trauma when I was a kid. So I had to work through that. And as we said the other time, one of my mantras is any negative emotion you can breathe through long enough and properly will lose its grip on you.
Absolutely. I wrote that down. I put it by my computer.
Okay.
I need that on a sticky note.
That's where I put mine. Like it was great. Say it one more time, real slow.
Any negative emotion you can breathe through long enough and properly will lose its grip on you. Now, long enough could be, how about a Vietnam veteran? How about years for that, maybe? You know, let's give these guys some credit, you know, and some slack.
Right.
But consistently and long enough, eventually you can burn through that stuff, you know.
Just breathe straight
that
through it.
stuff to burn through.
Excellent, excellent. And you also are the owner of breathing.com.
Breathing.com and the soon-to-be turbooxygen.com.
Excellent, excellent. All right.
What's the difference between the two?
One is about breathing chemistry, and the other was about, one is about breathing mechanics, and there's overlapping. Then the other one's about oxygen chemistry. So we're taking mechanics, we're taking chemistry, we're taking the ultimate of both and putting them together.
Okay, to create optimal
You
breathing.
need optimal breathing as well as then turbo-oxygen. Turbo-oxygen is a system of oxygen-enhanced exercise.
Okay.
So, and it helps if you're breathing properly. And there's overlapping to benefits of both in both directions, from oxygen to breathing to oxygen. So it's not one side, it's not one thing does everything. It's like you got to have the mechanics and you got to have the chemistry.
Excellent,
Now,
excellent.
what you eat has a lot to do with the chemistry as well. Just like if you're building a building, for instance, your lungs is your building. And so what materials are you using?
To build that.
Who's the contractor? You. Who's the subcontractor? The different foods that you use, different exercises you do.
Very good.
Now you got a building that's sustainable.
Okay.
Like that.
Sustainable meaning the building being your body.
I mean, the building being your body, and it will last. And there's a huge relationship to vitality. You know, I used to say longevity a lot of times, but there's a lot of people who live long lives that don't even.
But they're not fulfilled, right?
What about virality?
Variety, absolutely. Excellent.
Virality.
Virality.
Oh, virility.
Virility.
Virility,
Yes.
you mean?
Yes.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to throw one in. And then I'm going to quote it back to you wrong.
Working on my SAT words.
Yeah,
We still got 3 more weeks before we take them again.
Exactly.
For instance, breathing and orgasms are very closely connected.
Say that again.
Breathing and orgasms are very closely connected.
Ow.
Okay.
How?
Try holding your breath and having it.
Okay.
Or, oh baby, oh. You know, there's a connection there. You know, does that sound familiar at all? I hope.
No. I don't know nothing about
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I mean, these kind of look like.
It wasn't me. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But it looks just like you. No, just like squint your eyes real fast.
So that means the next time I'm with somebody, I'll throw a pillow on their face. Just I'm not trying to experiment, but the breathing coach told me.
I mean, depending on your,
preference.
Some people like to be choked. They can't breathe and they orgasm.
Say that again. I have a hearing problem. So
Oh, you have a hearing problem. Okay. No. I'm sorry. No, I'm saying some.
Say it loud.
Some. Yeah. Say it loud, say it proud. Some women or men, I don't know what it's called, but they like to be choked during sex. So, I mean, that has to do with breathing. It was kind of like a punchline.
Yeah, so
Never mind.
So did Robin Williams, I think, going on with that.
Oh.
You can go there.
Mork and Mindy, Mork calling Orson, come in Orson. Mork calling Orson, nanu.
For instance, some people can't feel pleasure without feeling pain.
Pain, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's an illness.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's an illness. You can't feel pleasure before feeling pain. I think that's a problem. There's therapy around that. Reichian therapy is one of them. So you can get through the need to have pain before you can feel pleasure.
Okay.
But what if you want the pain?
That's what he's saying.
That's what he's
Something's
saying.
wrong with it.
Oh, that's it. No,
pain.
there's the want and then there's the need for.
Yeah.
So there's some people where that is a desire, but then for other people,
It's
I
a
can't
need.
unless.
Okay,
And I think that's two different things.
Then the issue around desire is, what's the intensity of that and how dangerous is that to survival? So some people go over the top.
Well, yeah.
Go too far and then they wake up dead.
Yeah, I don't care for that. So
Do they wake up?
Right. Wake up dead.
you have to talk to a somatic psychotherapist around it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Right.
qualified to go into the depths of all that. But
We just talking about breathing and snoring right now.
And we went on to.
pretty well tell you what I don't like, and I can also tell you that, for instance, breathing. For instance, one of the things is people with these guys are building these rock hard abs.
Okay.
The
eight
rock hard
packs
abs, okay. And a lot of times that's false advertising because the way you prolong erection is to be able to breathe in your lower abdominal breathing, okay, which is a parasympathetic balance, and so you can maintain an erection a lot longer by having that parasympathetic aspect to your breathing.
Ooh. So now when I meet a dude, he'll be like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Hold your shirt up." Bye. Because he got all his
abs.
8 packs. I'm like,
They become false advertisers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look good, but they're not
They
good.
don't look good, but they're not good. Exactly.
Oh,
Beer
wow. Always
belly,
like
here I come.
Somebody like, why you keep eating all that food? I'm working on longevity in my erection.
I always like my kind of heavy set.
22 years old, it may not make a difference. Okay.
Right.
The older you get, the more relevant that's going to become.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the parasympathetic breath allows a vasodilation.
Okay.
Allows an engorgement, if you will think about it, engorgement. And then the rest, the chest breath is contraction. So things contract. So the more you go out of the parasympathetic balance or foundation into the sympathetic balance, the more you can vasoconstrict. Vasoconstrict is like a...
Right.
So vasoconstrict is bad.
Vasoconstrict is bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making
So-
mental
so-
notes.
Like, ooh, baby, wait, are you vasally constricted? I learned so much from you.
Man wakes up in the morning with an erection, that's a good thing. You know, it also means he's relaxed and there's nothing going on. So what's happening here, you know?
He's breathing right.
If he was hyperventilating all night, that probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Would sleep apnea cause that as well?
So yeah, it very well could that. And so we're dealing with sleep now, and so the way you develop sleep while you're breathing is to develop. I mean, the way you develop breathing while you sleep is to develop breathing while you're awake, and then it carries over into sleep.
Because it becomes habitual.
Huh?
It becomes habitual.
It becomes habitual. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, and there's lots of things that you can do to help sleep at night, help sleep during the day. One of them singing. You know, there's even specific exercises you can do that we have in the kit around singing to get rid of apnea. You know, there's several tools that you can use, and as I said before, I've been collecting these things for years. I have a big box full of them. There are a few that work well. One's called Breathe Right. It opens your nostrils. Another one's called a chin-up strip. You know, that helps. You get them.
And you put them there, and
get them in Walgreens or whatever. You know.
they come up on your chin like.
No, it basically tapes your mouth shut. But you can still open it a little bit in case you need to take a deeper breath. Now, some people say, you know, tape your mouth closed altogether. That doesn't work as well. This is patented. I know the guy that owns the patents. He sold 20 million of them, you know.
Okay.
And it basically allows you to open your mouth a little bit in case you need to take
A deep breath.
a deep breath. You know.
So different
And
from
so-
duct tape.
Say what?
Different from duct tape.
Different from duct tape, you know, or gorilla tape. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to have somebody pry it off.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
And
A
then
mouth
there are-
strap.
Now, don't bother. You know, there's just a lot of different things that are out there that I've seen that aren't that valuable. You know, so let's don't advertise the negative. You know, and then there's this one, sleep apnea.
This is.
This is
That's
one.
home with Can do something with that.
It's a good one. It's a good one. We have it on
This
the
is
website.
sleep apnea, and this is
It's an herb.
Nature's Right, and it's on your website at breathing.com.
Yeah.
A natural herb.
So what
And
about
it's
melatonin? Is it melatonin that helps you sleep?
Yeah, I got a little bit of that in. Now, melatonin, valerian, they can help, you know, but they're not the all to be all.
Okay.
You know, no, some people will be helped by them. You have to experiment. At least they're not too negative unless you've got some serious hormonal issue. You know,
Okay.
in which case you take a pill and it wasn't work, then you don't take them anymore. You know, it's not like a prescription drug where you take it for months and months, you get negative side effects, and the MD keeps you on them. You know.
Right.
Right.
So, and there's, like I said, in this booklet, which comes with the breathing kit, there's a lot more options. Now, this guy, people say, you know, should I take naps? I said, naps are good. If you feel tired enough, take a nap, take a nap. Okay? But, okay, if you take a nap at 8 o'clock at night and you need to go to sleep at 10 o'clock, that might not be too wise.
Right.
But in the day, how do you take a nap? How do you take a nap properly? All right? What you need to do is turn the lights out.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, but when you turn the lights out in the daytime, there's always light around someplace. You know.
Right.
So what this does, called a mindfold, it's on the website. Okay, it shuts the light out like you've never seen the light shut out before. There's
Wow.
just
Okay.
nothing there, and you can. It's got little eye holes here. You can open your eyes even, and there's just pitch black, nothing. Okay? So that basically fools your body rhythms. It says, hey, it's nighttime. And
Gotcha.
your body, it says, okay, great. So what I do is I use some reflex triggering from the breathing kit to be able to go into a deeper state of relaxation, because you can real quickly take yourself down into deep,
REM
deep
sleep?
states. Huh?
Talking about REM sleep.
I don't know about REM sleep.
Well, you don't want to go to
Deep
REM sleep
states.
when you're taking a nap, right?
Say what?
You don't want to go into the REM levels
Because
of
you'll sleep
because
longer.
Yeah.
Don't even go there because it's too complicated. Basically, you want to wake up feeling more rested than you
Right.
did half an hour later, right?
Right.
So the point is you can go into deep states of relaxation if you know how to do it. So you trigger the reflex, but you learn in the breathing kit. And then the reflex takes you into a very deep state, and you know, like you can get rested in 15 minutes sometimes,
Right.
sometimes
Wow.
half an hour. And then you basically don't use an alarm. You use your body's biorhythms to get a sense of when you feel rested.
Right, right.
Works
That's like those. There have been times when I've fallen asleep, and in the middle of the day, take like a quick nap. But I wake up like I missed a school bus, like I have been asleep for hours, but it was only like 7 minutes, or something like that.
Okay, so that because you also have an incredible schedule that you keep. So you're so used to being under the gun
Dun, dun, dun. Yes.
that you basically are conditioned to get back up in action. Now, I much prefer the body giving me the signal when I need to get back into business.
Right.
And it usually, if you use the reflex triggering and you use a mask like this, it happens pretty quickly. So I very rarely will go out more than 20, 25, 30 minutes.
Right.
Then I get back feeling like, I feel good now. Before I was feeling a little tired. It's like I could do stuff, but I wouldn't really enjoy it.
Right.
So now I'm feeling rested. I'm feeling like, and I can enjoy
Revived.
it. And I get out and I have a good time, just like hanging out with you guys.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Family, we're going to take a quick break, but understand that during this segment, we want you to go to breathing.com. We want you to get the breathing kit. We want you to take the tests so that you can breathe right and breathe long. It'll help extend your life. Now, if you're suicidal and you do not want to extend your life and you want to get some sleep, you can take a whole bottle.
No, you can't. You take anything.
No, you take
Breathe
a
right.
whole bottle
Breathe.
of sleeping pills,
If
and
you
then you
can-
lock yourself
No.
in the trunk of your car.
Absolutely not.
Don't
Don't do
block
it.
out all the light.
Don't
You
do it.
put
Father, we're
a
asking that you will watch
cloth
over
in.
all of those.
What is the
that
1-800
feel-
suicide number right
Yeah,
now?
but I know, right? You
They
ain't
have
helping.
options,
You
know?
ain't helping.
You
God.
can kill yourself.
No, you
Or
can't.
go to breathing.com.
Cut the mic off.
Yeah.
Live along.
That's all. To hit you over the head with a rubber hammer.
Right.
I'm just trying to
No.
get
Just
people
go to
to live
breathing.com because if you can breathe through your problems long enough and properly enough,
You won't kill yourself.
they will release its hold. You won't kill yourself. Stay tuned. I need to know that you're coming back. I really need you to come back.
We want you to come back.
We
I don't
want you
know.
to come back.
No, we really do.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr.
Really do.
Don't kill yourself during the break.
Don't kill yourself
We
at
love
all.
you. Yes. We'll be back. Maybe. Perhaps.
You're so bad.
What? That's really good. It really is.
So I have a question. I thought we were taught to you only nap for 20 to 30 minutes because if you go any longer than that, it makes you tired. It doesn't give you energy once you sleep past